Welcome back. This is KTN News Desk. I am Akisa Wandera. Our sign language interpreter is Lensa Owino. Let's recap our top story of the hour. The IEBC selection panel has shortlisted 5 candidates for the position of electoral board as a chairperson. The 5 are Dr. John Mutaha Kangu, who chaired the task force on devolution, Roslyn Odhiambo Odede, who was the vice chair of the Judges and Magistrates Vetting Board, Margaret Wambui Shava, who was in the Truth, Justice and Reconciliation Commission. The others are lawyers David Mereka and David Kiprop Malakwen. 13 applicants, including High Court Judge Anyara Emukule, had sought to succeed Isaac Hassan. The shortlisted candidates will be interviewed on the 28th and 29th of this month. Now, the fifth annual conference of 4 constitutional commissions and independent officers took place here in Nairobi today to celebrate the gains of independent commissions as provided for under Chapter 5 of the Constitution. Nairobi County Governor Evans Kidero lauded the role of independent officers in protecting the sovereignty of the people of Kenya at large, citing that through such officers, Nairobi County has witnessed improvement of healthcare and infrastructure services.
In terms of direct foreign investments, we've overtaken Johannesburg, being the city of choice for foreign direct investment. Last but not least, ease of doing business. Our country, of course, driven by Nairobi, has jumped over 70 places, be now under 100.
The current financial year, the aggregate allocation of funding to the commissions and independent offices is about 225 billion.
I have no doubt that the country has felt the presence of the Constitution Commissions and independent offices in facilitating the progress registered in the implementation of the Constitution of Kenya 2010. The President has been categorical on the need to combat the vice from our public institutions and society at large.
All right, let's now speak to our reporter, Michelle Ngele from our City Center studios for more details on that particular event. Very good afternoon to you, Michelle. Just give us a summation of what went down earlier on in the day.
Well, Akisa, as you rightly put it earlier, this was the 5th annual conference on constitutional commissions and independent officers. And by independent, we mean that these commissions and officers are subject only to the Constitution and cannot be controlled by any individual, not even the President. Now, as we speak, the country currently has 14 constitutional commissions, but the Constitution only provides for 10. Among them, the National Lands Commission, the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, we have the Salaries and Remuneration Commission, JSC. These are just some of the commissions provided for in the Constitution, but the others are provided for by acts of Parliament. For example, the likes of the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission or the National Cohesion and Integration Commission. And so altogether we have 14 commissions. We also have 2 independent officers, that is the Office of the Auditor General and the Office of the Controller of Budget. And all these officers are represented today, just taking a look at their gains, the gains they've made since the new constitution was introduced. And we also had Nairobi Governor Evans Kidero laying down some of the gains that Nairobi County itself has made with the help of these individual officers and commissions. Among them, he says Nairobi has witnessed improved health services with 30% of the budget being allocated to healthcare. Pumani Maternity Hospital, for example, this year has had an upgrade of 754 beds, and that itself has resulted to 40% more beds in the hospital. Kidero also says the country has witnessed improved infrastructure with about 1,300 kilometers of roads being repaired, bridges being built in the county. And so these gains, he says, could not have been realized with these independent commissions. Their job is to provide accountability to ensure that state organs do not engage in corruption or procurement irregularities. But Akisa, as we speak, remember we have some of these commissions facing a lot of pressure. The National Lands Commission Commission, for example, the big question is, will the land question finally be solved as the country heads to the 2017 general election? When it comes to EACC, for example, we've had massive corruption allegations, and it's at their mercy now, at their doorstep to assure Kenyans that this will no longer happen. And then we have the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, which is mandated with ensuring free and fair elections in just 9 months' time. So pressure is piling, and the country is watching to see what these independent commissions will do.
Michelle, thank you very much for that. That's our reporter Michelle Ngele joining us from our City Centre studios on details of the 5th annual conference for constitutional commissions. Now, Kenya has unveiled a new maize storage bag. The bag, known as Hermetic Storage Bag, will retail at 250 Kenya shillings. The launch was done today here in Nairobi, and our reporter Biagina is attending the launch ceremony. He now joins us live for more details about this particular launch. A very good afternoon to you, Abi. Thank you very much for joining us. Many Kenyans are wondering, what exactly is this that has been launched? Just break it down for us. All right, we are having a technical hitch with the sound there, but we will try to rectify it and just get Abi Agina to explain to us what is this new technology in storing maize. And of course, he will be joining us later on in the program. More than 50 families in Kajiado County have been left homeless after fire razed down their houses in Kitengela town. Property worth millions of shillings was destroyed by the fire. The cause of the fire, according to witnesses, was an electric fault. It took firefighters more than 4 hours to put out the fire. Locals accused the firefighters of taking a long time to respond to their distress call.
Pande hii ya kwetu, kusema ukweli, shida ya moto, wakati janga hili linapotokea, na tulianza kitabu mpaka tuombe gari kutoka Mafoko. Hii gari nimeipigia baada ya dakika 10 ndio imeweza kufika hapa kutoka Mafoko, ndio iweze kuokoa. Hii gari tuliletewa hapa ya kuzima moto, hawajui mambo ya kuzima moto, mpaka tuinjie wasaidizi kutoka kaunti nyingine. Tunashukuru maofisa wa kaunti ya Mafoko, Machakos, ili kuweza kutuokoa. Wameweza kusima hiyo nyumba ilikuwa inachomeka. Tumefurahia kwa sababu ya mambo imefanyika.
Watu walifika wakapata stima ishashika moto. Sasa venye ilishika moto wakashindwa. Walijaribu kuvuta post, hiyo waya ikatike kutoka kwa hiyo penye imekonektiwa kwa nyumba. Ikakatika, by good luck Kenya Power ikakuja ikazima kwa post sasa. Sasa tukaendelea, zimamoto ya Kajiado ikakuja, ikajaribu, zimamoto ya Mavoko ikakuja, ndio kitu 1 hour hivi ndio moto ikazimika, lakini tuliadhirika sana, nyumba mingi zilichomeka.
Tutahitaji sana wafanyikazi wa Kenya Power, especially the electrical engineers, wakuje on board tuweze kusaidiana, kwa sababu hii mkasa wa moto umetokana sana na mambo ya electricity failure, ambao unasikiza watu wanasema hii mambo ya token ikikuwa excess, nyumba inakuwa nini, inachomeka.
Right, let's go back to that story. Kenya has unveiled a new maize storage bag, and the bag, known as Hermetic Storage Bag, will retail at 250 Kenya shillings. The launch was done today in Nairobi, and our reporter Biagina is attending the launch ceremony and now joins us live for more details. Good afternoon, Abi. Just let us in on what exactly this storage bag is all about. All right, and it seems that particular link is having a lot of problems. We will still try to get hold of Abby and get more info about this new storage bag. But let's move on from that. Health officials from Kenya and Somalia have agreed to work closely with a view of eradicating polio in the two countries. Director of a core group of polio project, Jitendra Awale, told the press at the start of a 3-day Kenya-Somali joint cross-border coordination meeting held at a Garissa hotel that they will strengthen management at county levels to improve on routine immunization, acute flaccid paralysis surveillance, and polio campaigns. Awale said the teams will mobilize people living along the border to realize their objectives.
I hope it will have this represented
What we need to ensure that each and every child is vaccinated against polio, so that polio will not come back in this region and these countries. So in this coming 3 days, all these officials will make an action plan to ensure that each and every child from these communities are vaccinated during supplementary immunization rounds as well as during routine immunization rounds. Population which is generally out of any health services because of various reasons, we need to ensure that these children are immunized in polio vaccination rounds as well as during routine immunization. Routine immunization, like every month, child should get vaccination services as per his age and as per the vaccine he is due.
Now, Turkana County government has launched an initiative to combat tsetse fly menace in the area. The government, together with the Kenya Tsetse and Trypanosomiasis Eradication Council, will implement programs to eradicate the parasite that has claimed many livestock in the area. According to officials, wild animals from the neighboring Uganda had also given rise to the spread of the parasite. The tsetse fly body will set up traps to enable them identify the types of tsetse flies that exist in the area.
There are 3 different species of trypanosomes. What we have is in animals. What affects animals seriously is the Trypanosoma concollensi and the Trypanosoma vivax. Those are the ones we target animals. But for the humans, there are 2 specific species, Trypanosoma brucei rhodesiense and Trypanosoma brucei gambiense.
And we are here on one mission to control tsetse that is actually made our people not able to access pastures across the border, that is Uganda. And this has been a menace for long, and the county has come forward to support the same, because we're here because of the county that supported us, and also we are with our partners, our partners from Nairobi, that is Kentech. The entomologists are with us here, and we have actually came here essentially to do a baseline study for the same. And along this place, as you can see, and in Turkana here, the people depend on their pastoralists. So they draw their livelihood mainly from the livestock.
Now, the Uasin Gishu County Assembly Speaker Isaac Terer will this afternoon face MCAs over allegations that he swindled an athlete of his 21 million Kenya shillings. Our reporter Elvis Koskei is following this particular story and now joins us live from Eldoret. Very good afternoon to you, Elvis. What exactly do we expect this afternoon? Elvis, good afternoon. Thank you for joining us. What exactly do we expect this afternoon?
Thank you very much, Akisa. And at the moment, we are in Uasin Gishu County Assembly, where we expect a session where Uasin Gishu Speaker Isaac Terer will be probed by members of the County Assembly. Isaac Terer is allegedly to have been involved, to have swindled over 21 million shillings from one Daniel Kipchirchir Komen, an athlete or a silver medalist of 1500 meters. And I'm just about to speak to Uasin Gishu Leader of Majority, Josephat Lowoi, just as to give us a sneak through of what exactly will happen at in the session, which will start at 2:30 p.m. Thank you very much, Mr. Lowoi, for joining us. What exactly do we expect in the session, which will start at 2:30?
Thank you very much. What we'll be expecting in the session is just me answering the statement raised by one honorable member, Honorable Daniel Sanga from Moist Bridge Ward, because I'll be giving an answer to the question he raised about the conduct of the speaker and the way the issues are flying all over. So this afternoon I'll be giving a statement, returning a statement back as requested by the other honorable member. But it will not actually bring into probing of the speaker, because as of now, as I said, we've not received any official complaint from the complainant. We have not received anything from any public or any citizen so that we can use it to probe the speaker. As of today, we have only a statement from the speaker. We don't have the statement from the other side, so we cannot use speaker's statement to probe him. We are waiting for the complainant to bring the petition to us so that we can start the probe process. We can give a mandate to the committees required to start the process. But as of today, we are going just to answer the statement and maybe give some facts that we've probed the speaker to the honorable members so that they can be answering also the public. And after giving this statement, we are also waiting for the reaction of one Daniel Komen to tell us that what the speaker said is not right. This is my position, so that from there it will give us an opportunity to start the other process.
Okay, Mr. Lowoi, why is the issue took so long for you guys to discuss? We had gotten this information about a month ago about the speaker defrauding one Daniel Kipchirchir Komen. Those are allegations. Do you think the matter has been in the public domain? So is it the time that you guys are coming out now to say that you're discussing these issues?
Thank you very much. I don't want to say that we've taken too long or what, because the complainant decided to take the name of the speaker to the public court, to the public trial first. It was discussed in the media. It was then discussed by social media and print media and electronic media. No any official complaint, no any official petition we have received as the county assembly. If we had received the petition, then we have the procedure. We have the days required by law and by our standing orders for us to dispense with the petition. As we speak today, even if the matter started a year ago and nobody has complained to us, we don't have anything that will trigger us to start the probing and the investigation process. So as of today, we are still like any other Kenyan, listening in the radios, watching in the televisions, and reading in papers.
Okay. I think you've heard about the allegations of the speaker defrauding one Daniel Kipchirchir Komen over 21 million shillings. What are your thoughts on that?
My name is Boniface Tirei, resident and voter of Uasin Gishu County and Keses constituency. This matter that came to our attention, we didn't know that there was something underway. Unfortunately, now the situation is in public domain. Okay. We are not out to shy. We were not ready to shy. We are not shying off from the situation that has affected our current speaker and an aspirant to our constituency, Keses constituency. It is in public domain that yes, there might have been transactions between Mr. Daniel Kipchirchir Komen and Mr. Isaac Terer, who is the current speaker. Public were not aware that there were any kind of transaction. Okay. We were only brought into the loop once the transaction has gone sour. Okay. On the side of Komen. Mm-hmm. Komen is now roping in Mr. Terer. Okay. Because he's not giving us the detailed information.
Okay, maybe your last word. I'm told our time is up.
Yes. Mr. Komen should tell us. Mr. Komen should tell us the two transactions that really took place. There was one transaction in Kimumu. There was another transaction that took place along Langas, Kapseret Road, Malel Farm. This guy should also come out and tell us something that transpired over there.
Okay, thank you very much. That's his thoughts about Isaac Terer, the Speaker of Uasin Gishu County Assembly. Also, we had spoken to Josephat Lowoi, the Leader of Majority in Uasin Gishu County Assembly. And like I told you before, at 2:30 p.m. we are expecting a session where they discuss issues that the speakers presented before the County Assembly, Akisa.